Chapter 1. Where's my necklace? Shy, where's my necklace? Nigga, I don't know. My necklace was on the shower edge. I know you got my shit, you skinny bitch. I can't believe you would accuse me of doing something like that. Go kill yourself, you fat fuck. Those were the last words I remember yelling over the phone to my big brother while walking to school. I knew the day would be held after leaving third period. I received a text from my aunt instructing me to go to my grandma's right after school and not to make any detours with my fast ass. I didn't even know how to respond. All I could think about was, why would I need to go over there all of a sudden? My dad lost his parents when he was a kid, and my mom never knew her dad. But her mom and sister reminded her that she wasn't shit every chance they got. And if it had not been for that old-ass man she married to take care of her, she'd still be on the dark streets of Mossman with them. So I just simply responded, okay. After school, I was in no rush to see them begging people. So me being me, I met up with my girl Kendall and took a detour. The bus would usually drop me off on the corner of 17th and Minnesota. But today we had Corey drop us off at the Amoco, which was on the opposite end. He was one of the only guys with a car at Towns High School that didn't act like he was better than the rest of us. Well, if it ain't my favorite two girls, hood and rich, bad and bougie, Shasha and Ken, yells Tyrone as we enter the store. A pack of Swisher Sweets, hot Cheetos, and a beef jerky, little balls, says Kendall. Anything else, Baldy? Let's talk and more work next time, chump, says Kendall. Be glad I like y'all, and don't be telling nobody I'll be selling Swishers to y'all young asses. Boy, boo. Thank you, Tyrone, we both yell while running out of the store. Tyrone was the cashier at the gas station. You would think he was the owner by the way he worked mornings, noons, and evenings. Not to mention he was like a big brother to most of the kids on the block, except for Kendall. Him calling her names like Baldy was his way of saying that he couldn't wait until she turned 18 so he can finally ask her out on a date. With him being 24 himself, he didn't want any type of issues with the law, so he patiently waited. Walking home, all I could think about were all the names my grandmother was about to call me for taking my little detour. Not to mention, I would need a ride to her house once we made it to Kendall's house, so I called an Uber to meet me there. The Uber ride to my grandmother's house was so relaxing, listening to the soft voice of India Ari. The way she would sing the words, "Because I Am a Queen," instantly made my body melt as if I was enjoying my solo concert in my head. That was until I was rudely interrupted by the Uber driver with a heavy Jamaican accent. "Sweetie, is this it?" Unfortunately, yes. I grabbed my Michael Kors purse my mom gave me a few years back and slowly walked myself into that nasty-ass house thinking to myself, God, please let my parents hurry up and get from wherever they are and just come and get me, period. As I walked into the house, I noticed a bag full of my mom's shoes, clothes, and jewelry were placed on the floor by the door. What's going on, Grandma? You want me? I asked. Nah, I don't want you. But somebody broke into the house while you were in school and robbed and killed them. At that moment, I sat there not knowing if I was dead or alive. I saw her lips moving still, but to my ears, nothing came out. About 5 minutes later, she yells, You hear what I said, little girl? Your whole family is gone, so what you gonna do? I was in disbelief about everything, from my parents leaving me without saying goodbye. My brother was gone, and the last thing I remember saying to him was go kill yourself, but God knows I didn't mean it. Mostly I was upset that I had to sit here with these two heifers who was low-key happy about my family being gone, considering that I had no other family and I wasn't 18 yet. Therefore, all of my parents' belongings now belong to them. With so much going through my mind, all I could think about was I am not staying here. I instantly noticed my mom's wedding ring in a bag on the floor by the door. At this point, my hurt turned into anger. My mom would never be able to pass me her ring like she always promised me she would. They were dead for maybe about 3 hours, and they were already trying to see what they can take to the pawn shop, as if their inheritance money wasn't already enough. I was mad, and I wanted revenge on everyone. In the midst of my grandma talking shit, I just couldn't take it anymore. I grabbed the bag with my parents' belongings in it, and I just ran out the door. Get back here. We gonna find you, you little bitch, is all I heard while running as fast as I possibly could to get away from there. By the time I made it to Barry's corner store, I could finally stop running and just breathe. Hey, sugar, what you need? A pack of Newport shorts. Girl, you look 12. You better enjoy that box of King candy over there with the bubble gum at the end. Whatever, Mr. Barry. Let me just get a lighter. There you go, baby girl. Thanks, sir. It must have been a good reason that Mr. Barry didn't give me those cigarettes. Hell, I didn't even smoke. But today I was about to smoke this blunt Kendall asked me to hold for her so that her mom wouldn't find it on her. Kendall usually didn't play about her weed. But when she finds out what happened, I'm sure she'll be okay that I smoked it. I smoked it and it was good. In the state of Kansas, marijuana is illegal, but I didn't care that day. I decided to take the back streets and just walk and smoke. As I'm walking, I'm realizing that I'm getting closer and closer to my home and had no clue what to expect when I got there. I felt my heart drop to my toes as I got to the corner of my block. I could still see the yellow tape wrapped around the yard. 100 tears came with each step I took as I got closer. But I didn't want to be reached or bothered by anyone, so I snuck through the back door and turned my phone off. I sat there looking at the crime scene that was once my loving home. Looking at the pictures on the wall made me want to cry even more. My parents were perfect to me, and the daily fights my brother and I had was our way of showing love to one another. I did not know how I would make it in life without them, but I knew one thing. The longer I stayed, the more I wanted to be with them. So I found the biggest duffel bag I can carry and packed it with a few outfits and whatever personal items that could fit. I also grabbed one of my dad's ties and my brother's necklace. Now I had something from each of them that I can carry with me for now. As I stepped off the front porch, I had the same feeling I had when I first saw the yellow tape, an unexplainable pain. So I decided to walk and never look back. I stayed with my girl Kendall the first 2 nights, but I knew it wouldn't be long before they came looking for me. Not quite sure who, but I for damn sure wasn't about to stay and wait on them. Today I did things a little different. Instead of going to my parents' house for the wake at 6 p.m., I had the Uber driver drop me off at the Marriott on the east side. Thank God my girl China from school worked there. She graduated last year, but still gave all the homies a room on the low without having any ID. As long as your money was good, we was good. She gave me a hug in her condolences and told me that room number 708 was mine. I got on the elevators looking a hot mess with my one duffel bag. Nodding to the sounds in the elevator music, I finally heard the ding for the 7th floor. As I opened my eyes, I was in disbelief. Can you say 50 Shades of Chocolate? Out of nowhere, my lips say, "Hi, I'm Shyla. I'm John Doe."